Welcome back, bronies. We're going to be playing more Doki Doki Literature Club. If you're sticking around long enough to watch me play through this game, one, I admire the effort you put in to watch me play this. But more importantly, I'm glad that I can share this depression with you guys. Don't really remember what happened last time. I think Sayori was in a rut. We tried talking to her about it, but I don't remember. Well, let's just go ahead, pick up where we left off. If you haven't watched my last video or my last two videos on this, you can go run through those in like 30 seconds. You just click and you can kind of figure out what we did. We read a poem, we wrote a poem, we talked to Sayori, and now she's depressed, probably. Let's just continue on with Monica. I didn't practice my girly voices yet, so let's see if we still got it in us somewhere.
Okay, everyone.
After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room.
Why don't we share our poems now?
Before I know it, everything's back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Okay, so we're reading poems this time. What do we want to do? Let's go from bottom to top. Monica.
Howie.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
Anyway, boss. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival?
Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought.
Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see.
My throat's not prepared for this.
Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem.
Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands.
Your style's gotten so refined, Weird Boss. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she?
Well, I guess so.
Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple days than she's talked in a whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive.
Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself.
You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her.
That's...
I'm always suspicious, you know. Spending time with her in the club room every day, reading that edgy novel with her.
Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all of her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know.
Alright. I get you. Just be careful, alright? You know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up. So if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage.
You say that like I'm going to hurt her.
Sorry, I didn't really mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyways, I'll share my poem with you, alright?
Alright. The lady who knows everything. Gotta get super, poetic with this now. An old tale tells of... I've already fucking butchered it. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am. A feather. Lost adrift, the sky victim... lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall, and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Holy fuck. Okay, that was fucking deep. I think my first instinct is to say that the lady is life, and the wind is like. Let me take that back. The lady is the answer of life, and the wind is life, and we are the feather. And the answer, like the meaning of life, is nothing. There is there is no meaning of life. I guess, I don't know, I could be reading too far into this. We'll just see.
You know, I feel like living and looking for answers are sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about.
I see. I never really put much thought into it.
In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning?
You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy.
Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans are two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone.
You mean one-dimensional?
Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day.
Pay attention. This is important.
Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much effort into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good, or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
They are my literature club. Alright, going on to your...
Mia boss? Your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it's ever came to me this naturally.
Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me, but I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after.
Is that so?
Yuri gently smiles to herself.
This feeling. I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this.
I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something and you've never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame.
Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice.
What do you mean?
Well,
Yuri smiles sadly.
Mia boss, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it, anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people you just know you can make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discovered the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way...
And my throat fucking hurts and my lips are chapped.
I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know?
Damn, sure do. My lips are chapped. My throat is dry. It's cold outside. I have depresso. I hate my life. And that tastes like raspberry lemonade.
Those friends don't laugh at me.
I also might have a cold. Hell, I'll just assume I have a cold.
They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all.
People say that about you?
I'm not a know-it-all, weird boss. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you.
What's that fucking noise? I don't know.
That I really understood what was missing all this time.
But I haven't really done anything.
No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful, that's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, weird boss. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy.
I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends. And I would say I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you?
If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we?
Yuri puts her head in her hands. But this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem?
Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you.
Ghost Under the Light, Part 2. Is there a Part 1? We'll just assume there was a Part 1. Alright, let's go. Scoot this down a little bit. Scoot it down a little bit, please. Thank you. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds. The silhouette grows. Closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility. But I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is... What the fuck is that word? Oh. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to his forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. Okay, so she meets a dude underneath the streetlight. There's some lights and an umbrella. Decided not to read too deep into that one because I realized the last time I did that, I sucked. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri. But instead of taking it from me, she looks away. ...
Do you dislike it?
No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about.
I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one.
That's fine. I understand this one. ... Yuri's having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me. So thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. Oh yeah, I guess so. I once again try to hand the poem back to her. But instead, Yuri gently takes my hands and pushes them back toward me. I hesitate in response to keep it to her warm touch. I said keep, and the word keep's not even in this fucking sentence.
You can. The poem is...
Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. That's okay. I can't even read a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles as if she doesn't want me to notice.
You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes.
Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back to me. I swear that wasn't in response to what Weed Boss said. I was actually burping. Oh, shit.
I guess we should move on before Monica says something. But I'm sure we can talk again later.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Alright, so she wants the dick. Let's go back to Natsuki, who fucking hates me.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah? You didn't even?
Next!
You know, maybe I should try being nice to Natsuki. I'm not sure if it would matter at this point. I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
It's nice, I guess.
Come on, I can already tell you don't like it.
Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri.
Eh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically.
Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. It makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club?
Well, of course I am.
Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Leah Boss.
Sayori, is there something wrong?
Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today.
Alright. Just tell me if you need anything.
I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now.
If you insist.
Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today.
Sayori?
Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Okay, so one hates me, one doesn't talk to me, one likes me, and one is jealous of me. We're gonna go ahead and end that one there. We're gonna go ahead and save. Oh right. Thanks you for joining me for yet another episode of Let's Read Some Really Depressive Poems and Some Really Awkward Poems Literature Club. And if you would like to, you can go ahead and subscribe. This video has been a little bit long. You can follow me on my social media pages, those are in the description. If you want to keep up on my playthrough, you can hit the little bell icon thingy. That will notify you every time I come out with a new video. And until then, I will see all
all you guys next time.